You mentioned some of those early morning tea time guys and some of the weather issues there in Ohio, potentially on Thursday. So I decided to go ahead and take two early first round leaders. So let's go ahead. Let's start out with them. You might get a little bit of a chuckle here out of this one there, Uncle Dave. So my first round leader is going to be JJ Spahn at 45 to 1. He's quickly becoming my nemesis. I bet against him twice recently, and JJ Spahn has beat me twice, most recently last week. So I figure if I can't win anything betting against him, maybe I'll go ahead and I'll try to actually put something on him. Maybe I can go ahead and cash a little bit of a ticket here. So Spawn, he's been iffy for a month and a half now, but like I said, I've just picked the wrong time to go ahead and fade this guy. He did have a very good week there last week at the Charles Schwab, finished fourth there, and his game was really solid. Every club that he grabbed was working. He has an early morning tea time here, like we were just talking about, and I certainly like that. And he's paired up with Ricky Fowler, who has been golfing quite well. Spawn hasn't been special at this course, though, but I am seeing a little bit of improvement each and every time that he's been here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to stop the fade train here on JJ Spawn. Like I said, early morning starter has been playing quite well. So JJ Spawn 45 to 1. And then I have a feeling you might have this one there, Uncle Dave. Denny McCarthy 45 to 1. Early morning starter, and his results here have been good. He has a second place finish here and a fifth, and he's been solid really all season long. 32nd right now in the FedEx Cup, and he's coming off of an eighth place finish there at the PGA Championship, and also numerous other top 20s. This year hasn't been cut since you got to go all the way back to last year. JJ McCarthy's just been good, and this is a first round guy. And if he goes out early in the morning, he's always a threat. You always see him there on day one. So those are my two first round leaders there, Uncle Dave. Both of them 45 to 1. Going to be JJ Spawn and Danny McCarthy. Who do you got?
Well, I don't love who I have at first here. I'll explain why. But I did take some longer shots. I took Keegan Bradley at 45 to 1. What do we like about Keegan? I mean, personally, Sleepy, for whatever reason, he annoys me. We all have those guys we just can't warm up to. But that doesn't mean we bet with our emotions. And I don't know, maybe it's because he walks like a cowboy that spent too much time on a horse. I don't know. But he's great on approach, and perhaps, because he's the Ryder Cup captain, maybe he's a little bit of pressure on him. He has been playing well. His variance is high, no doubt, but he was eighth at the PGA, so I'm going to give Keegan a shot. But I don't love his late tee time. I could say the same thing about Sanjay M at 50 to 1. Don't love his late tee time. I wanted to take him to win, and at 50 to 1, probably not the worst bet you can make. He'd been playing well for 4 or 5 weeks in a row. Then he stumbled at the PGA big time, but I look back and he hadn't had any rest at all. He played, 5, 6, 7 weeks in a row. He did have last week off. He's a superior putter and great around the greens, which I would prefer those kind of guys this week. Uh, Around the greens is going to be big because this course has small greens, so scrambling and sand saves are going to be up there. His iron play has been suspect, which kept me off of him for all 4 rounds, but he can go low once. I'm going to bet it's Thursday. Now, two guys that go out early that I did take a piece of after the tee times came out, and I'll spare you the why because it's pretty obvious, was Akshay at 45 to 1 and JT Poston at 45 to 1, Sleepy.
All right. Well, there's four guys for you guys to consider. I will say this Uncle Dave mentioned some names. It's going to make the podcast a little bit more interesting the further on we get down the card. So stay tuned for that.